All right. Good afternoon, everybody. As soon as you log on, hit the likes and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. We're about to start. We are about to begin. All right. So tomorrow is the exam, and I trust that you guys are well focused and that you're ready to go. All right. So, all right, let's go. All right, so let's go. For the first question here, it says here, select the number. So what we want to do is to simply select the number that comes next in the sequence below. All right, so we want to select the number that comes next in the sequence below. So it means then what we want to do for a question like this is to look. Remember, as soon as you know the answers, you're expected to type the answers in the chat, whether it's A, B, or C. All right. All right, so what we want to do now, we want to observe the sequence of what's going on here. So as you could see, we have 6. Let us look at this. We're looking at 6, and then we go to 12, then we go to 20, then 26, then 34, then 40, and we're expecting to fill out what happens there. So let us look. Between 6 to 12, we add 6, then 12 to 20, we add 8, 20 to 26, we add 6, 26 to 34, we add 8, 34 to 40, we add 6. So if you look at the pattern, add 6, add 8, add 6, add 8, add 6. That was the last thing we did. So currently we're going to add 8 to 40, right? So we're looking at 48. All right, so this response must be 48, and B is the correct answer. Very good. I see some nice answers coming out. All right, see some good answers coming out. So let's go. Number 22. 22, the number in each diagram below, right, follow the same rule. So the numbers, they follow the same rule. So we want to use the first 3 diagrams to help you to find the missing number in the 4th. So we're going to have to see what happened. Find a relationship quickly. Look, add, multiply, divide, look to see what's going on. But when I look at this, I'm seeing 5 times 2, 10. I'm seeing 7 times 4, 28. I'm seeing 9 times 8, 72. So I'm seeing a certain pattern there. That means 11 multiplied by a certain number to give 132. So if that number is not there, what you want to do is do the reverse. 132, you want to divide that by 11, and then you're looking at 12. Remember, you have to know your timetable to do well. 12 is C, all right? So number 22, we're looking for C there. 132 divided by 12. All right, let's go to number 23. When you look at number 23, we're looking at, it says, a pattern is shown below. Look at the first 2 rows, right? Look at the first 2 rows in the pattern to help you to work out the missing number in the 3rd. So we're going to be observing what happened between 6 to 6 over 7. We're going to observe to see what happened between 7 to 1, and then figure out 14 goes to 1. If you look carefully, you will realize that 6 was divided by 7. 7 was also divided by 7, but 7 over 7 is classified as 1. So we're seeing this 1 is a result of 7 divided by 7. So we're seeing a division by 7 coming out each time, which means 14, yes, 14, as you could see, must be divided by 7 as well. And I'm going to be looking for 2, and number 2 is there. So 23, I'm seeing B for the answer right there. Right, 23 is B. All right, let's continue working. 24. 24 says, right, we're looking at 24. 24 says, Andrew represented the shapes below on a chart. So we're going to look to see the representation right there. There's a chart. So what we're going to do first is just to count up these shapes to see how many of them, and then we're going to put them on our charts. All right, so we have a number of shapes here. So we're talking about the triangles. I could put them up the side here. Put them on the side. I'm seeing how many triangles. 1, 2, 3 triangles. So you want to make note. 3 triangles, circles. How many circles are we seeing? 1, 2. Cross them off to make sure. 2 circles. Talking about squares, I'm seeing how many squares? I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, right? So there are 5 squares there. So what we're going to do now is to look for these representations here on our graph, all right? So look at the numbers that they have and how they represent them as well, right? So we're talking about, I'm looking for five squares. Right now I'm looking for 5 squares. So this is 3 square that is incorrect. This is 5 square, so I'm going to put a mark here. This is 5 as well, so this could be it. This could not be it. So we're looking at number 2 and number 3 now, right? So let's leave the 5 squares because number 2 and number 3 works with the 5 squares. Let's go for circles. I'm looking for something with 2 circles. So I'm checking the circles. I'm seeing 2 circles here. Where's the 2 circle? Oh, hold on. Hold on, my bad. This is not the hold on. All right. It seems that this is it. This is it. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Mark the wrong spot. Let's look at it again. Let's look at it again. Think I marked the wrong spot. Let's look. No problem. We're looking at the squares first. This one is off. Yes. This is a 5. This is a 5. Then this is a 5 as well here. Number 4 is a 5. So this is a 5. So I'm looking at this. All right. And this is not a 5. So this is off. All right. Sorry about that. So this diagram and this diagram could be. All right. But we're going to have to check out the others. So let us check on the number 2 here, 2 circles, all right? So we're not going to look at the incorrect diagrams anymore, right? So we're looking at 2 circles. Here, you're seeing this is 5 circles, so that is out. Definitely, this is 2 circles here, so this is good, and this is 3, so 4 is correct, all right? Sorry about the error that I made there, but number 4 is what we're looking for, all right? D, all right? Good going there. All right, let's check this out. So we're gonna have to read this information carefully and then we look at the diagrams, all right? So it says a survey was done, right? So a survey was done and 40 grade 6 students were asked about their favorite subjects. So we're talking about having 40. 40 is the word, right? 40 of them. Now, no more than 10, right? Students chose volleyball, no more. That means less than 10, you know. No more, less than or equal to 10. So you wanna know the relationship between 10 to 40. 10 is a quarter of 40. So when I'm talking about volleyball, right? When I'm looking for this volleyball, it cannot be more than a quarter of my circle because it says no more than 10 and 10 is a quarter of 40. So the most volleyball I could have is quarter. It has to be quarter or less. So I'm going to just eliminate some things right now. I'm going to eliminate some stuff with too many volleyballs right now, right? Too many volleyballs. So this cannot be it. That's too many volleyball right there, right? Let's look again. And this cannot be it because quarter of the circle should give us something like a 90-degree. Everybody could see that this is more than 90 here. This is like slanting going down there. So that's a little bit more than 90. I want to ignore that for now. All right, I want to ignore that one for now. All right, let us now continue looking on other information. More students chose football as their favorite sport over the number of students for volleyball. So this that we're looking for, football must be more than volleyball, right? So, I mean, this is good for now. All right, that's good for now. So we want to double check to see what's going on. Football more than volleyball. It says here, more students chose track and field as their favorite more than football. So I'm looking for volleyball to be less than a quarter. And then I'm looking for track and field to be more than football. So I'm going to select number 3 right there. All right. So number 3, diagram 3 sounds good. The answer is C. All right. Very good. Very good. I'm seeing some very good answers coming out. No problem. All right. Number 26. Number 26. Number 26, it has some shaded area there going on there. So we're looking at some shaded area, and then they're representing this shaded portion on something like a fraction of a circle. So let us look. We actually see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 8 shaded here. 6 out of 8. But if I should cancel down 6 out of 8, right? If I cancel down this by using, say, 2, 2 into 6, 3, 2 into the 8, 4, I'm seeing 3/4, and this looks like 3/4. So what they're saying is they're representing a cancel down version of what they have as a circle, right? As part of the circle. Now let's look at this one. We're looking at 2 out of 8, 2 into itself 1, 2 into 8, 4, right? So this is a quarter. So I'm going to be looking for a quarter of a circle for my answer. This is off, that's off, that's off, and C for 26 is definitely the quarter of a circle. So you have to be looking out for those little stuff as you go on. Let's see what 27 is saying. Let's see what 27 is saying. It says David is twice as old as Raquel. So we have to pay attention to details now. David is twice as old as Raquel. So if I should be lining up, I'm going to line them up going that way with the oldest at the front, right? I'm just saying I'm going to put the oldest out there. So David is twice as old as Raquel. So I want David there, and Raquel is somewhere behind David in terms of age, if we're going that way for the oldest, right? Peter is 5 years older than David. So Peter is out front for now. All right. And Kim is 3 years younger than Raquel. Kim is 3 years younger, read, younger. So Kim is at the back. All right. So I'm looking for one with Peter at the front and Kim at the back, right? Peter at the front, Kim at the back. This is it. So a lot of times, get a quick diagram to represent your idea is always a good way out. Get that, to represent it for you. Get that diagram. Again, guys, if you're just coming on, if you have never subscribed to the channel, like the channel now and subscribe immediately, all right? And check out the videos that are there for PEP. All right, let us go to question 28. Sorry for the fact that it's a little bit lean, all right? So let's go at it. 28. What 28 says here is that a box, right? A box of 8 light bulbs fell, right? So we're thinking of that. It fell. Some of them are broken. Which of the following number could not? Now you have to focus on the key information. Could not be the number of unbroken. Unbroken. So what's left? Some of them are broken. We want to know which could not be a number. The moment some of them is broken, we're looking for things less than 12, right? We're looking for things less than 12. It could be 1 that was broken. It could be 2. We don't know, but it has to be less than 12. So unbroken could not be unbroken. It could not be 14. All right, let's look at this one, 29. 29, we're looking at 29. 29 says the numbers 1 through 10 are placed in a bag. Paul picks a number from the bag, then performs the operation stated on the column A and B on the number. So numbers from 1 to 10 will be placed in a bag, and then he's going to be picking from it, all right? So what you want to do is not to guess when you get questions like this. You need to carry out the operation on a few of them and then make a conscious decision, all right? So we're saying in column A, right? Column A, the number multiplied by itself, and then 1 is added. For column B, double the number, and then you're going to take 1. So I would just say column A, column B, and I'm going to carry out, say you pick a number 1. If I multiply number 1 by itself, that's 1, and then I add 1 more, I get 2. But if I double number 1 over here, if I double number 1, I get 2, and then you take 1, I'm ending up with 1. So we can see what's something going on. Randomly, I'm going to pick another number. Let's say I pick 4. 4 multiplied by itself would give me 16, and if I add 1 more, I get 17. But over the next column, if 4 is doubled, I'll get 8, and then I take 1, I get 7. So you can see all the way that column A will be producing a bigger result each time, right? So you want to look for something where column A is actually bigger, all right? Column A is bigger, so let us look for that. The number in column A is greater than the number in column B. I'll take the first response there for that one. You're seeing that column A is producing a bigger result. Right, right, not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, number 30. Number 30 says this, right? It says the diagram below shows two rectangular boxes with a striped ribbon wrapped around each. All right. So let's hear what they want to say. So the striped ribbon wrapped around each, and it's wrapped going in different directions, right? So let's look. Box A, the ribbon is wrapped vertically around. All right, so you're seeing that. Box B, the ribbon is wrapped horizontally around the box. What is the question? The question says, given that both boxes, I'm reading here, given that both boxes have the same dimension, right? Which statement is correct? Now, before you can decide which statement is correct, what you want to do is to kind of find the measurement. So I'm just gonna drop some lines here to help us to see what goes on. So we'll have another side like that over there, definitely, and we'll have another side like that here. We're gonna just recreate what would happen, and then we put on the numbers. So you're gonna have 6 here, you're gonna have 6 there, you're gonna have 4 here, and you're gonna have 4 there, right? Based on how it is being wrapped. This is what you'll be wrapping for A. I think this is A. So that's how you'll be wrapping. 6 go down, and then you go underneath. That is 4. You come here, you go up 6 again, come back 4. So this is gonna give us 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4, and this is definitely 20. So we want to have an idea. So that's 20. Let's create what's gonna happen for the next box. We're gonna go like that. All right, we're gonna go around it like that, and then pick it up around there, and you go along there. So now you wanna put on the measurements. This is 8 here, then you go 4, then you're gonna go 8 again, and then you go 4. So you could see wrapping all the way around coming across. So you wanna add up that. So it's gonna be 4 plus 8 plus 4 plus 8. And what I'm seeing here is 24. So I'll be using up more ribbon on B than A. So we're looking for the responses now. Let's see the responses that we have. We want to see what matches there. So B is bigger, right? So let's see. The ribbon in box A is longer than the ribbon in box B. The ribbon in box B is longer than the big ribbon in box A. So I'll go for the ribbon in box B is longer than the ribbon in box A, right? So I'll be so yeah, that is the answer for that one. Box B ribbon is actually longer than box A. All right, let's go again. Continue looking, continue. All right, so the diagram below shows a parallelogram, PQRS. All right, so you're looking at the parallelogram there, QPRS. So what is it we want to put now in the right order is they're saying which of the following represents the greatest length, right? We're talking about the greatest length there right now. Which of the following represents the greatest length? Let us look. All right, so I'm going to have to move back and forth. I could zoom out. All right, good. And let me take off this. All right, so it's there. The greatest length right now. Let's take a quick look. All right, PQ plus PS. PQ plus PS. PQ is this going here plus PS. All right, so we're taking note, PQ plus PS. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's look. All right, one of the things that we want to note that this diagonal is a little bit longer than the sides. The diagonal QS is a little bit longer than the other sides. All right, so let us see. So we know what this is. All right, no problem. So we're going to eliminate stuff and see what's going on. PQ. PQ again plus SR. Well, PQ and SR is actually shorter than A. So B is out. B is shorter, right, than A right now. All right, let us go to C. QR, that's the one on the long side, not bad, plus PS, right? So this is a good one. This is not bad, right? So this one is not bad, but guess what? PS, PQ, all right? So this one is not bad. We're dealing with 2 long sides here, 2 of the long sides, right? It's only the diagonal could get out this one. This one is not bad. So let's look at it. QR and PS. Very good. All right, so these are out. All right, so QS and SR. QS. So the moment QS and then SR, where's SR? QS, SR. SR is a short side. All right, so QS and SR won't work. I'll go with this one here, the two long sides, right? So I'll go with C, the two long sides. This short side will spoil it, so I'll go with C for the two long sides. Let's look again. Two long sides, QR and PS. Yes, I'll work with that. All right, go with the two long sides. All right, let's go to question 32. Let's see what 32 is saying. It says, K estimated the number of people in a stadium to be 32,000. Which of the following number could not, this is the word, could not, which of the following could not be the actual number of people in the stadium? So 3 of them could be the number, 1 of them could not be. Now, the truth is, this is testing to see how well you can round off, right? So we're dealing with approximation. So we're talking about we want to approximate things to 32,000. Which one of these cannot be approximated to 32,000? And that's what they're asking. Definitely, I'm seeing this one is off because this could be approximated to 32,000. This too, that too. Because if I'm rounding off to the nearest 1,000, A, B, and C would be 32. D would go on to 33. So this is out and it is the answer. Why? Because remember, they want the one that could not, right? So the answer is D. D could not be the number of people in the stadium at this moment. Let's go to 33. All right, it's a little bit blurry there. I'm going to read. Dennis is numbering the pages of his book, right? So Dennis is numbering the pages of his book. Page 1 is on the right, right? So you have to think now, page 1 is on the right hand, right? And then now it is said that page 2 on the left. So I'm going to start with my page 2. I'm going to start. So this is my book, creating it there. Yep, that's my book. These are my pages, the words on my book. So we're talking about right and left, right? So they just said that page 2 is on the left. So I'm going to put page 2 here. This is page 2. And now they went further to say that page 2 is on the left and it's facing page 3. That means page 3 is over here, right? So we could see what's going on. Page 2, page 3. Imagine if you should flip page 3 going that way. Then you realize that page 4 will be somewhere on the left, and then page 5 is going to be facing it. Page 6 is going to be on the left. Page 7 is going to face it. So you're seeing a pattern where the even number will be on the left and the odd number will be on the right. So they're saying, now, which one of these could be okay? I am only looking for an even number on the left. And this is it. You notice everything else is an odd number on the left because they are off, right? So the answer is at B. Even number on the left is the only way out. And there it is at B, right? So some of the times what you want to do is just to take your time and look for some unique pattern and then check the answers. All right, let us see this one. This is 34. It says that Kelly wants to find out how many Jamaican $1 coin will cover the surface of her book, right? She want to know that, right? How many? All right. What information is necessary for her, all right, to decide? So in other words, then, I'm suggesting here that if this is the book, if this is like the cover, right? Or this is one of the cover or the main cover, whatever, all right? She wants to know how many of them will be fitting there, all right? So here's the question. Which one of these will be necessary? The number of pages in the book? Not really, not right now. This is not necessarily relevant, right? We could decide on that. It says the number of coins that fit along the edges of the book. I like this. I think this could tell me something, right? In other words, if I line up the coins here, if this is what they mean, if I could line up the coins and I know how many fit go like this along the edge, if I know that, I could tell everything. That's like having a rectangle and you know the length of the sides, I could tell the area, right? So this is what this is kind of. When I see this, I'm saying if I know how many fit along that edge, and if I know how many fit along that edge, I could tell the entire thing without have to line them up. I use multiplication. In other words, if 10 feet along here and 20 feet along here, the area is going to be 20 times 10. It can hold 200. And that is the concept of area. I like this. The thickness of the book, no. The total number of coins, not necessarily. The number of coins that fit along the edge of the book can help me. This can help me to know how many. Because if I know how much can fit on one page, then the rest I'll know everything else. So B is a very good answer. And they're actually dealing with area right there, right? They're dealing with area right there. Let us now zoom in some more on another question. All right. We're not going to keep you long today because we know that the exam is tomorrow. Again, remember, you just come on. If you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel, hit likes, right? So that other people could even watch this later before the exam. Let's go. It says the Tuck Shop sold 3 different types of snacks over a 3-week period. The table shows the quantity that was sold and the amount of money made. Use the information in the table to answer question 35 and 36. All right, good. So the information in the table, as you could see, we're seeing the number of weeks. If you look, I could just highlight some things. All right, so you're seeing the quantity sold and how much money was made. Week 1, quantity sold, the money that they made. Week 2, quantity sold, the money that they made. We are seeing that right now. So let us see the first question, what they want to know. First question says, in which week did the shop have the highest sale? If I'm going to have to find out the highest sale in which week, I need to total all of these. So you're going to have to say 320 plus 240 plus the 300. So you want to add up those right now. So let us say we're adding that quickly, talking about 320 plus 240 plus 300. Come on, people. Add up this. This is going to give us 860 for the total in week 1. So that's week 1 is 860. For week 2, I'm going to be adding 800 plus 280 plus 300. Let's go for that. 800 plus 280 plus 300. And I'm getting here 1,380. Let's go for week 3. 880 plus 300 plus 300. And I'm getting a bigger number here. I'm getting $1,480, right? So definitely week 3, right? Week 3 is going good. Week 3 is going good here on week 3. In which week did the Tuck Shop make the highest sale? Week 3, right? They sold $1,480 worth of things compared to the other weeks, right? So week 3 was the highest sale. Let us look on question 36 here. This is question 36. The number is not there, but it's question 36. Now, this question says here, which snack had its unit price changed, all right, in week 3, all right? So in other words, then one has to know the unit price before week 3, and then you check week 3. So you don't have to check everything. You could check week 2 and week 3, because obviously it changed in week 3. So we're gonna have to check the unit price. The unit price is the amount of money spent divided by the number of items you bought. For example, let us say we're checking on the potato chips. We only need to check week 2 with week 3, right? So potato chips for week 2, we're taking out this. Talking about 800 divided by 20. And I'm seeing 40. I'm seeing 40 coming out here. Yes, I'm seeing 40. So it simply means there, the interpretation is necessary, right? You want to understand that $40 was for one, all right? $40 was for one, right? Let us see if that was the same in week 3. Talking about checking potato chips, so it is 880 divided by 22, right? 880 divided by 22. I think I'm seeing the same thing coming out. Yes, I'm still seeing, listen to this 1, listen to this 40. I'm still seeing 40. So it's not that. So potato is out. Let's check banana chips. We're going to check week 2. Week 2, 14 went at 280. So let's go. 280 divide that by 14. They give us some nice numbers. 14 into itself 1 time. 14 into 28 2 times and 0. So it's $20 for one, right? In week 2. Let's check week 3. In week 3, this looked like a problem though. This is it. So week 3, we see $300 for 30. 13 to itself 1. 13 to 300, 10 times. So you could see that the unit price changed in week 3 for the banana chips. It was $20 for week 2, and then it went down to $30. So banana chips changed it. So if it is one answer they're looking for, the answer has to be banana chips. The unit price changed from $20 for one banana chips to $10 for one banana chips. All right, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 37. All right, 37 is one of those pie charts. Again, it said the diagram below shows how Paula spent her earnings, all right, in 1 month. So this is 1 month. If you're not seeing it, well, I could say you have bills here. This is bills, right? So hold on, let me fix that. Hold on. All right, good. I could fix that. All right, good. So we have bills here. This is food, and then this is savings, right? What we can do, we can actually look to see. Here is a 90 degrees, which suggests quarter. So 90 degrees suggests quarter. So let us see if information is there now that could help us to figure out what goes on. If Paula spent $800 on bills, well, this is a big clue. $8,000 on bills. All of this is 8,000. And bills was half of it. Half. So it means then that food is 4,000, because that's a quarter, right? So you see what's going on? You see what's going on? All right, so the question is, how much money did she save? Talking about this part, let me color code this, talking about the savings right there. Right here is the savings. That's the savings. But when you're looking up, over here, the entire thing for this piece here was 4,000 to be shared equally. But the thing is, when you look at it though, you could see that it's almost half of it. Look at it. I would think so. So it's like you have a 2,000 here, yeah, and a 2,000 here. So the transportation and the savings, 2,000 a piece. So they asked about that. I'll go for 2,000, and yes, it is there. So 2,000. C would be the correct answer for that one right there. C. Right. Let's go for 38. Let's go for 38. 38 now says a boat has crew of 5, right? Remember, boat has a crew of 5. And what this means, the people who are working on the boat, so they're always there. Those persons are always on the boat. You have 5 people working on that boat, right? That boat. Now it says here, it can carry a total of 16. This 16, all right, to my knowledge, would have included the crew members. So technically, you're going to have to now dissect the 16. This 16 would be 5 from the crew, because they have to be on it, plus 11 passengers at a time. So you want to kind of have this idea. You don't want to run with the 16, not realizing that the persons on the crew, they're a part of the total that the boat could accommodate. All right. So what you subtract it. So you have to subtract. Let me just write it quickly. 16 minus the 5. So you know that it's 11 passengers along with the crew members that would have made up that 16 right here. So now the thing is, if you have 75 passengers, come on, how many trips you think you're going to have to make? All right. How many trips you're going to have to make? You only can carry 11 at a time. So what you want to do is to kind of figure out, no, you want to divide. One thing you could do is to use 11 to your advantage. Is 75 of them, you want to put 11 into 75. All right, put 11 into 75. You're gonna grow. You could see that this is 6 point something, right? So 11 into 75, you don't need a definite answer. You don't need a definite answer. All right, it's about 6 point whatever, 6.8, 6.7. But remember now, we're talking about trips. You can't make 6.8 trips. You understand? So you can look now, if it were 77, that means you really need to make 7 trips. You understand? So if you make 7 trips, you would have covered 75, because you're talking about only 11 of them could be coming with you at a time. So you want to divide 11 into 75. It's 6 point something, which means that you really need an extra trip. So you need 7. All right. So you're going to make 7 trips. And then from there, you would have covered the 75. And that's the main thing. We don't want to leave anybody. So even on the last trip, we may have 6 persons on it. No problem. You understand? But you're taking everybody, all right? Because we only can hold certain amount. You might have 6 passengers in the last and the crew members on it as well. So let us go. All right. So the answer is 7, all right? Whatever it is, but it's 7 right there. All right, let us now look at this graph. They're always gonna put some graph like this that you're gonna have to be thinking and working out your graph, right? All right, so let us now look. So we're seeing, it's showing monthly rainfall, all right? Monthly rainfall. Another thing here, we're seeing region A dotted with some bigger dots, region B, and solid line. All right, good. Region C. So we're going to use that, and there are the months. If you're not seeing it properly, this is May, this is June, this is July, and this is August, right? All right, so we have August. So here, we want to see what the question is. Which statement is true? Now we're going to have to keep going back up, all right? So which statement is true? Let's look. A, more rain fell in June than in July. So we want to look. If more rain fell in June than July, June is going to be on top of July, all right? More rain fell in June than July. So let us look. Look for yourself. Is this true? More rain fell in June than July. Let's check it out. Region A, region A, region A. All right, hold on. All right. All right, let us look. More rain fell in June. This is region C. This is June, July. All right. So you could check it, because they're going to line it up that you can reason it out. Even though the number is not there, something is there. Let us look. Let me show you. You can decide. You will agree June and July is equal here. Equal. So this is out of it. This is the same. Now you could see here, this is June for another region. So for region C, it's equal. Fine. But for region B, July is below. This is July. This is the month of July right here going up, right there. So if you put it up, you realize that it's below, and then June is up again and July is below. So is that true? Totally, I agree. June, more rain fell in June than July right now, right? So I don't think I'm going to read anything else because this statement is true. Which statement is true? More rain fell in June, because if you look, the rainfall in centimeters here, so there were more overall. When I add up this, it's lower here and it came lower there. So that means June actually beat July right now. This is June, this is July. And normally what I do when I get the correct answer, I just move on to the next question, right? So let us look at number 40. All right, let's see what number 40 is saying. Number 40 says, a bag has a certain number of red, blue, and green marbles. Red, blue, and green marbles. All right, fine. So seeing that, make note. Half of the marbles are red. Half, whatever it is, half of it is red, right? So half of the total red. And then now the move on to give you more clue. There is the same number of marbles as where I'm missing. There is the same number of blue as green. So blue and green is the same, right? Remember, if half of it is red, that means quarter is blue and the next quarter is green, because they said they are the same, right? So in other words, then, if you divide up this into 4, if this is divided into 4, then red will get 2 and the others will get 1, 1. So what you're looking for, a number here that can be divided by 4 without a remainder. Any number here that can be divided by 4 without a remainder, because marbles, you can't have remainder of a marble. It has to be whole numbers. So if you look, any number here that this is the problem already, right? 77, because I could just show, we're just going to confirm what we have. 32, you could have You could have given 116, give 1 8, give 1 8. So 32 is fine. You understand? If you say 56 divided by 2, probably about 28 and then 14 and 14. So that could work. 100, you could give this one 50 and then this one get 25 and this one get 25. So you see those work because you were able to do it with all numbers. You cannot do that with 77. You understand? So 77 is the issue right now. So the idea here, they want to know about divisibility by 4 as well as if you're able to actually split it up into ratio. There are many things you could look on, but ensure that even if you have to write down the things like what I did here, you can solve it that way as well. All right? You don't have to do it mentally. Write down and make sure that the things that you wrote down actually matching back what they were saying, and then you can pick the ones that can't, and you'll be fine. All right? So 77 is that. All right, let us go. We're going until about 5:30. All right, we have like 19 minutes to go. Hit likes on the channel and subscribe if you have not yet done so. Whoa, where is my board? Right. Why am I hearing this, DJ? 1 second, guys. Give me a minute, guys. I'm hearing a feedback. All right. All right. All right. Let's go again. Let's go again. Let's go again. All right, guys. I'm back. Right up. Found it. There was a little glitch there. All right, let's go. So what we have here, we're looking at some more questions quickly. All right. It says there are 2 white cubes, right? So let's look at this question. We're talking about there are 2 white cubes and 10 red. All right, 2 white, 10 red in a back, right? If one is taken out without looking, that means you're going to take it out randomly. You're not looking, right? Look away, put your hand in the bag and take it out, right? Which statement is true? Remember, there are a lot more red than white, right? So red is the most right now, a lot more, 5 times more. So watch the question. It is more likely, this probability wording we're looking at, it is more likely to draw a red cube than a white. I agree with this. It is more likely to draw a red because we have 10 reds, right? So I don't even have to read anything else. It's more likely to draw a red. Let us just check the ones that are not correct. It is less likely to draw a red. This is incorrect. It is equally likely. No, it's not. It is more likely to draw a white. No. So as I said to you, normally if you pick up the right answer early, don't really try to figure out the rest because it's going to be incorrect and time is needed, right? So A is correct right there. Next one. This one says, look at the number pattern below, which number should be placed in the empty, right? Which number you want to place in that empty spot right here, right here. So what you want to do quickly is just to figure out what's going on right now. So you're seeing though that you have to look, because if you look at, so you have to be thinking, adding, I want you to add things, see if it's working, subtract numbers, look, subtract. A lot of times subtracting consecutive numbers show up what's going on. A lot of times that, not every time. So if I just say 35 minus 28, I'm gonna get 7. If I say 56 minus 49, I get 7. If I say 63 minus 56, I get 7. So basically then you can subtract 7 going that way, or you can add 7 going the opposite way. Because if I can subtract 7 go one way, it means I can add 7 go the other way. So that means this is 42. If I want to say 35 plus 7, I will get 42. If I want to say 49 minus 7, I will get 42 still. So it's up to us which direction we're going. The answer is 42. So you want to just take a time and flow in the answers. All right. Now let's look at 23. 23. We have like a couple minutes to go. All right. Julene collects eggs, right, on her farm every morning. She puts them in cartons that hold 12 eggs each, right? So these cartons will hold 12 eggs each. On Monday, she collected, right? On Monday, she collected 29 eggs, right? How many more does she need to have a carton? So you want to know how many more eggs that she's going to need to have the cartons, right? How many more she's going to need. All right. So what we want to do for this question right now is there are many ways to approach it because we're talking about multiples of 12. You know what some people could do? You could say 12 and the next quadrant could be 24 and the next quadrant could be 36. So I know that 29 is somewhere here. And I'm saying to myself, how much more I need? That means I could approach it one way and say 36 minus the 29, right? And if you do that, you're like, oh, I need 7, right? So if you do that, you like say, okay, I need 7. That's one approach. Another approach that you could have done is that you could have said, let's take a look at this. I have 29. And then I'm thinking that means I would have had 2 sets of 12. And then 2 sets of 12 would have given you 24. So you're thinking, you're like, oh, I have 2 solid. Let me take this out of this. So if I take the 24 from that, I will have 5. And then you think, how many more I need to make 12? And you're like, well, it's 7. Mentally, you could say 7. Or you could say 12 minus the 5 again, and there you go. You'd have gotten the 7. So there are multiple ways. There are more ways to do this, but I don't want to do any more. There are about 2 more ways you could have done the same problem. So the main thing is you want to look at what's going on and then apply yourself to it. You will get the answer coming out. All right. So the answer there is 7. All right. Let's jump at 24. 24 says Mrs. Brown rewarded her students by putting a star to their names on, so the star to their names on bulletin board for every 5 star student earn, the student get a prize. All right. So we're talking about 5 stars. 5 stars. All right, starts. 5 stars. Let me write this. 5 stars will give you 1 prize. 5 stars will give you 1 prize. Just 5, right? Now, Brenda got 3 prizes last month, which the thing could have represented Brenda's number of stars. See, if Brenda got 3 prizes, you know, you already know that 3 times 5, she has collected a minimum of 15 stars, right? So 14 cannot be it, right? And then you want to think of ideas. We know a minimum of 15, but we're going by multiples of 5. So if you have certain numbers in there, she would have gotten more stars. So we're talking about multiples of 5 should not be the thing here because it's only 3 she got. If she had gotten 20, she would have gotten 4 stars. If she had gotten 25, she'd have gotten 5 stars. So 25 and 20 are out, right? That means she's going towards getting the 4th star, 18, the 4th prize. So 18 stars she would have gotten in context right now. All right, let's go to this. All right, we're coming down. All right, we said 3 children, Mary, Sean, and Trey counted their money, right? Right there. The shaded portion of the blocks represents blue, represents the amount of money Sean and Trey have. So Sean and Trey, and you're seeing the names there, it's right there, right? So we have that. All right, no problem. All right, so it says now Mary has more money than Sean, but less than Trey. All right, so Mary now, which is not here, has more money than Sean, but less than Trey. No problem. Which could be the amount of money Mary has. Remember, you know? So Mary has more than Sean, less than Trey. So you want to count up to see how much money these persons have first. All right, let us use a quick edge thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 by 1, 2, 3. So this is 10 threes. This is 30 plus 2. So that is 32. So I'm seeing $32 here, right? Now let's check the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 40 coming here, and then 4 more. This is 44, right? So this is 44 for Trey right now. Now, the thing is, they don't want to know Mary's money. They want to know the range that it would have, you know, an idea. So the range is that, watch this now, Mary has more money than Sean. So Mary is more than 32. 32 is out, right? But less than Trey. Trey has 44. 44 is out, right? So you want to find a number between 32 to 44. Less than 44, more than 32. The answer has to be 39. There it is. Answer is 39. Right? Let us see. Going down to the end now, almost there. Nadia. So we're talking about Nadia, Sandra, and Dennis each has a pearl collection. Nadia collected 197 pearls. Sandra collected 32. Dennis collected 98. What is the best estimate for the total number of pearls the three of them collect? All right, so the best estimate is to add them. You want to add them up first to have a good local judgment of what is going on. You need to add them up. So when you add them up, you'll know what's going on. So 197 plus your 98 and that 32, you're adding, we're talking about, this is a 7, 2, all right. So we have about 327 when everything is added. But the question, it says, what is the best? Best is the word, best. So it's not the exact thing. Best estimate for the total, right? So you tell me, which one of these is closer? 400 is out, 410 is out. So you're left between B and C. Which one it is closer to, right? You definitely see that it's closer to 30 than the 20. 327 will go 330. So you have to choose your things wisely when you're picking. So we're going to be picking 330 for this one. It's closer to that one. This is off, that's off, that's off. There you go, right? So we're rounding off. C is the correct answer there. And I'm seeing a lot of correct answers coming out. All right, so we're getting there, 38. There are 34 players traveling in 5 different vans to a cricket match, right? All right, so 34 in 5 different vans to a cricket match. If there were 8 people traveling in each of the first 4 vans, all right, how many people will be traveling in van 5? All right, so we're going with 34. Watch this. There are 34 people. Very key information, but also 5 different vans. So we're talking about 5 different vans, all right? No problem. Now, here's what we're going to do. 8 people traveling in the first 4. 8 in the first 4. That's 30 people. That's 32 people that went already. 32 out of 34. You're left with 2. So van 5 will only have 2 people to carry. So here it is. Only 2 would have gone in van 5 right there. Right. Still going. It says here, Marvin placed his toys in 5 rows, right? As you could see, 5 rows. I could point at them. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. Those are rows. Rows are horizontally, all right, laid. All right, 7 cars in each row. And you're seeing them. Let's count them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if we should play around with the numbers, let's play with the numbers. All right, let me change the color. This is a 5, and that's a 7, right? Now, so we have 5, we have 7. So let us see what they're asking. Which expression can tell the total number of toys Marvin has, right? So you're talking about, you know how many in each row, right? So everybody should be jumping at 5 times 7, 35, right? So yes, 35 right there. 5 times 7 is what would have helped you to pick that up quickly. Let's jump at this one now. Tony cuts a tree, right? Tony cuts a tree into 45 logs, right? 45 logs. He placed the logs in stacks of 6 as shown. Okay, so he's placing them just like this. All right, check it out. This is how they are placed. There are 6 of them each. Now, Tony makes as many stocks as possible. So it's going to be mounting them 6 by 6 like that beside each other. No problem. How many logs does he have left? In other words, you're talking about multiples of 6. You want to go as closely as possible to, all right, as closely as possible to 45. All right. So we're talking about, do I know my 6 times? Well, the simplest way, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. All right. After 42 is going to be 48. 48 would have passed that. So we're talking about 42. So 45 minus 42 is going to be having 3 hanging. Going to be having 3 logs hanging. So A is the appropriate answer right there. Let's go. Let's go. All right. It says here in the pattern below, right? In the pattern below, the numbers next to each other in each row added up to the number above, right? So we're seeing what they're saying here. What they're saying here, you could see 1 plus 2 gives 3, right? There, and then you can see 3 plus 4 gives 7. So they're saying, check that out. The numbers at the bottom, they add to put the 1 on top of it. Now, what they're saying, can you find that spot? Now, if you want to find that spot, I would think you want to find what this spot is, and then now you're going to put the 3 and whatever you get for that spot to go up there. But remember that 2 plus 3 give 5, and then 3 plus the 5 would have given us 8. So that spot there is 8, and I'm looking for 8, and 8 is at B. Right, very good going, guys, very good going, very well done. All right, so we're going at 28. So 28 says the graph below shows the total points for 5 houses, A, B, C, D, and E. All right, so this is like a sports day points thing going on right there, right? So here is the question. Here is the question. What, let me take off this. Yes, right there. It says, what conclusion can be drawn from the graph? From this graph, well, you're going to have to go through them and then see what works and what is not, right? Conclusion. House A played in more events, right? House A played in more events. We can't know that, right? What we do know is that house A has the most points, all right? We know that right now. Points. This is about points. So I'm going to be looking for something with points. House A had the most points of the 5 houses. I will agree with C. House A had the most points because it's a point thing that the graph is dealing with. So I don't know how many things they played part in. But what I do know at the end of the day, they got 98 points compared to everybody else was below that. All right. So you could see zooming on the major things and then look for them and then pick your answer. Never rush the questions, never rush them, never rush them. All right, because I should stop at about 5:30 and I'm like right there now. So I'm just gonna say, guys, it was a good session to have you. Please remember to do this. Remember to subscribe to the channel right now. Subscribe, also hit likes. And if you want to send some shout out now, you can go ahead and send some shout out in the chat to whoever you want to shout out to right about now, right? But definitely we are at the end of the session, and I'm saying that wish you guys luck tomorrow, right? And I hope that you do well. All right, send your shout outs in the live chat. Remember though, subscribe and hit the likes.